possessions are more important than God. Luke 14:18, one said, I bought a field and I want to inspect it and ask you to have me excused. Was this guy a complete idiot? He bought a field without looking at it. Have you ever bought something without seeing it first? I have. On the internet. You know, I'll read about a product description and I'll maybe look at a microscopic little photo that I can't blow up on my computer screen, and I'll order it. And then it will arrive and it's bigger than I thought, or smaller than I thought, or different than I thought. That can happen very easily. I remember when I was a little kid, I would order these things that comic books would offer. You could tell I was a great student of literature, reading comic books all the time. But there was one ad on the back of a comic book that promised 200 World War II soldiers for $1.98. Here's the actual ad. How many of you remember this ad? Yes, remember it? Look at this. 200 World War II soldiers, two armies, the Americans and the Germans, only $1.98. I thought, that's a lot of soldiers. I ordered them. They were smaller than ants. It was like, what a ripoff. Didn't say how big the soldiers were. It should have said 200 microscopic soldiers. But then the one that I thought was even a greater ripoff was the ad for the sea monkeys. Remember the sea monkeys? How many of you remember this one? Raise your hand. Oh, you're old. Okay. For you that are younger, let me educate you in the ways of comic book advertisement. Look at this. Enter the wonderful world of amazing live sea monkeys. Own a bowl full of happiness, instant pets. Here's my favorite line. So eager to please, they can even be trained. Now, do you know what a sea monkey is? Brine shrimp. That's what you buy in the pet store to feed your fish. They're so little you can barely see them. So I'm like ordering my sea monkeys, and we're going to be friends, and I'll have a bowl full of happiness and train them. And I got my little monkeys sit. They didn't do anything I said. They were not very trainable. Yeah, that's what happens. Have you ever bought or seen the advertisements or homes for sale? I mean, you have to give it credit to realtors. They're very creative in their thinking, aren't they? You know, you read these descriptions of a home. Retirement haven. That's a 30-year-old Sunbeam trailer. That's what that is right there. How about this one? Ocean view. They don't tell you have to get on the pitch of the roof with a high-powered telescope to see it, but technically there's an ocean view about 100 miles away. Here's another good one. Steps from the beach. Steps from the beach. Wow. They don't tell you it's 250,000 steps to the beach, but still, technically it's steps to the beach. How about this one? Cute fixer-upper. This is a house with no roof, but excellent ventilation. Here's another great starter home. Great starter home. That's a pile of lumber with plans thrown in for good measure. Now here's the reality. Back in these days, when you bought a piece of property, it was a long and complicated process, not unlike today. You would have many opportunities to examine the land you were purchasing. So to say, I bought a piece of land and I have to go see it was an outright lie. The man said it because he did not want to go. But interestingly, in the original language, there was a politeness about the excuse. So at least he was nice about it. Oh, please excuse me. I'm so sorry, but I bought a piece of land and I must go see it. This reminds us of people we talk to about the Lord, and we'll say how Christ has changed our life and what Jesus means to us, and they accept all of it in premise. They accept the fact that Jesus lived and died and even rose from the dead. They acknowledge that Jesus has changed our life, and so we say, so I was wondering, would you like to join me at church next Sunday? They say, love to. Thanks for inviting me. Really? Oh, yeah. So I'll pick you up at your house? Sure. So Sunday rolls around, you call them up. Hey, just calling to confirm. I'm going to be there in 20 minutes. Oh, I'm sorry, I can't come. I just bought a house and I have to go see it. What? You have to do? Yeah, I bought a home. I haven't seen it yet, so I thought I should go look at it. What, were you an idiot? I mean, you wouldn't say that, but seriously? Well, can you come next Sunday? Yeah, I'll come next Sunday. So you call him next Sunday. Oh, I'm sorry, I can't. The house is a mess. Cat did it. I don't know what. But then the next Sunday, it's another excuse. And what's starting to irritate you is they say yes, and you go to considerable effort to get them, and they keep blowing you off with another excuse. Can you see how this would start to bother you after a while? That is the idea being communicated in the story. They said yes, and now they're turning them down. Oh, they're nice about it, but still they're saying no. They're rejecting the second invitation.